Hello, everyone. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. Mayor Eric Garcetti and Councilmember John Lee joined the organization Hope of the Valley for the official ribbon cutting at the Trebek Center in Northridge. The Trebek Center is possible because of the generosity of legendary Jeopardy! Game show host Alex Trebek and his family. This center, when fully opened, will house 107 unsheltered individuals. Take a look.
Next Tuesday, the first residents experiencing homelessness will come through these doors.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're in the Trebek Center, a place that the people of Los Angeles built because they believe that there should be hope for those who are living on the street.
This center will be a life transformation center, a chance for people to get a second chance in life, to get renewed dreams, their vision ignited, to start over.
We're in the middle of a massive humanitarian crisis. For us, this is not just another shelter. This means the world. This has really been a passion project for the past 5 years. And this site is so exciting because this will be the first shelter beds in this district. So as of right now, if you're homeless on the street, there is no interim housing beds that you can go to end your homelessness. So for 107 people starting next Tuesday, their journey home is going to start, helping them get from a place of crisis and survival into permanent supportive housing.
I think this is an example of so many pieces coming together. What you see behind me and what is going to be built here at this place is going to be a model for what we should be doing throughout the city. Trying to help people get off the streets, but if we're going to help them off the streets, we also need to be able to give them the type of services that they immediately need. The fact that they're going to have mental health services right here, in-house, counselors at the ready, it's so important. They don't have to wait a week, a month to get an appointment. We're going to have counselors right here, and that's something that this community demanded. They wanted to help, but they wanted to make sure that this is somewhere that was truly helping people, and this is going to be that.
It's so exciting to be here and to know it's going to open its doors and start doing what it's been built to do. I literally have chills being in here. It's more beautiful, more open, more warm than I thought it would be.
When people are on the streets and they need the help, I can have a bed ready for them with mental health services, with hot meals, with a place where they can take a shower. And I'm really so thankful, not only to Hope of the Valley's team, to the city's team, but really to my community who had to put their trust and faith in me. When I told them we're taking this landmark, this skate land that this whole community knows. It was hard. It was hard for us to lose that. But telling them that we're going to build it into something else they could be proud of, I'm going to deliver on that. So really great day.
To learn more or to see how you can help, visit hopeofthevalley.org. A few weeks ago, Mayor Eric Garcetti submitted his last proposed fiscal budget for the city of Los Angeles. This week, the City Council approved the budget put forth by the Budget and Finance Committee. Committee Chairman, Councilmember Paul Krikorian talked to Channel 35 about the challenges of balancing the city's budget while restoring what was lost during the pandemic.
This year, things are getting back to normal. We now have a balanced budget with one of the strongest reserves that we've ever had in the history of the city of Los Angeles. We're increasing public safety investments by hiring police officers as fast as they can be hired through our academy. We're adding additional firefighters. We've devoted in this budget over $1 billion to housing and services for our unhoused population. So I think in every respect, this is a very, very strong budget, very positive budget.
At the beginning of this year, I laid out a list of priorities centered on making Los Angeles a city that actually lifts up every single Angelino. And today we will pass a budget that delivers on those priorities and will make our city work for everyone who lives here.
And that's what this budget is really about. It's about supporting the people who support the people of Los Angeles.
And members, I would like for us to go ahead and approve this budget as amended. Madam Clerk, please open the roll. Tabulate the vote.
14 ayes, 1 no.
So the budget that we just enacted, the $11.8 billion that the council just approved, will take effect on July 1st. And that's why it's important that the budget reflect the values of the people of Los Angeles and of this council, because it's more than just dollars and cents. A budget really is a living, breathing manifestation of the values of the city of Los Angeles.
It's never too early to get into politics, at least not for these young Angelenos. The Los Angeles City Youth Council has returned after a 30-year absence. The Youth Development Department hosted an orientation of 30 participants who were selected from each of the 15 council districts. First up on their collective agenda, putting their passion for change into action.
This is the first citywide youth board in over 3 decades, and these folks are going to be working with us over the next year.
Today is the first day, it's orientation, and we have all 30 of our youth council members here.
Some of the city council offices have their own youth councils, but this one is citywide, and we have not had that since the original youth council ended in 1993 with Mayor Bradley's term.
You have a responsibility to know what is going on across the city and to make decisions that impact everyone.
We want to make sure that every one of our youth council members has all of the information they need to be the best advocates for young people that live in their communities.
We're working with 30 young people from the ages of 16 to 25. They're all from within the city of Los Angeles, 2 from each council district. We're teaching them how the city works from the inside and out, so it's like behind the scenes at City Hall, right? And after that, they're going to be looking at issues within their neighborhood and picking a policy issue that they want to concentrate on and want to solve, and look to sponsor legislation at the end of next year as part of their project.
I'm really looking forward to learning about specifically the structure in city government and how certain policies get made and when they're implemented, how it actually plays out.
There are people currently in colleges, in universities, reading about what we're going to do only in book, when in this program we're going to be out there, we're going to be on the field, we're going to be hearing from the professionals themselves, and not only the professionals, but the directors that lead these professionals in the city.
The young people, let them speak, right? Let's not just create something to say we created it. Let's make sure that all those lists of demands that we say we're going to do, that we make that happen.
They'll be our eyes and ears and bring us the youth perspective, which we get in pieces, from our own families, as well as for some of the programs that we run. But they'll be able to say, what's the difference between being a young person and live by the ocean in San Pedro and live in the heart of the Watts community and live in the valley?
We had over 500 young people from across the city apply for this opportunity. For anyone who's interested in applying next year, start to follow us now on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is @LACityYouth.
I think it's a huge stepping stone.
I'm really looking forward to what will come of it because I know I'm going to be meeting so many people that I wouldn't be meeting in normal settings, and it's really important that I take advantage of that.
Because protecting our elderly loved ones is serious business, the folks over at Council District 5 make it a priority to speak up. This year, CD5 has teamed up with the Stop Senior Scams Acting program to educate and elevate awareness of the rise in scams targeting senior citizens. Take a look.
There's a horrible situation out there. There is a group of predators that specifically target our older Americans, our older adults. They are seeking to get between them and their money. They are using fraud and chicanery and trickery to fool our older citizens into handing over money, and they do it with fear. And this is a time where the City Council has decided to create an awareness campaign.
Well, it says that the Social Security Administration is calling.
The Stop Senior Scams Acting program is a peer-to-peer education program that uses theater to educate seniors and their families about senior fraud and prevention.
People are getting hacked right and left on their phones, their email accounts, Facebook, and it's a huge problem because if you find out that you've been hacked, you have to worry about all the other people that are in your address book. It's like a domino effect, and it's really tragic. It's huge.
During the pandemic, we had to continue our mission, and we did that through virtual programs through LAPL, and that allowed us to continue our programs. Virtual programs are very good because it's very inclusive. People with different disabilities have an easier time sometimes to Zoom in, so I think it expanded our reach to various senior populations and the community for sure.
Their job is to get between you and your money, and it's your job to protect all of your assets, not just for yourself, not just for your pride, but for your family, and to stop these predators.
After 12 years of anticipation and with much enthusiasm, Council District 15, in partnership with the Los Angeles Parks Foundation and assistance from famed skateboarder Tony Hawk, breaks ground on a new skate park in Watts.
We are celebrating the groundbreaking of a spectacular new skate park for Watts. This is going to be a destination skate park. People are going to come from all over the Los Angeles area to skate right here in Watts because it's a beautifully designed, first-class skate park.
Thankfully, Tony Hawk agreed to partner with the Watts Gang Task Force to not only find a spot, but to raise the money to build a skate park. And so they began a fundraising campaign. We pulled from different pieces of projects that we knew we had leftover dollars, and we pulled together $1 million for a $1.4 million project. And again, what we call the Tony Hawk Skate Park. But all those steps sound pretty straightforward, but 12 years later, finally here.
So this is very important for the people of Council District 15. They've been asking for a skate park for 13 long years, and they hung with us until we identified the location, raised the money, came up with the designs. It all takes a long time. And then we got approvals for everything, and it's been a huge team of people that have worked with the residents of Council District 15 here in Watts to make this happen.
We're just so excited that the parents, the moms and everything could come here and watch their kids skating. And just like they said earlier, we don't know, we might have us Olympic coming out of here or something, you know? So we're really excited about it. It's huge. This is a big space. And if you look at it, I love the scenery. It's just going to be amazing when they get started.
The important thing is that the people of Watts said, this is what we want. We want a skate park, and it keeps kids out of trouble. They learn amazing skills, boys and girls, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful project for Watts.
Los Angeles gets the nation's first electric fire engine. LA Controller launches an electronic-free food map, and the LA City Council motions for a regional green hydrogen hub. These stories up next on City Beat.
The Los Angeles City Fire Department recently debuted a new electric fire engine. This fire truck is the first of its kind in North America. The apparatus was customized for the specific needs of LAFD while meeting the safety standards set forth by the National Fire Protection Association. With a quieter motor and reduced diesel emissions, this electric fire engine will contribute to positive health outcomes for communities and firefighters. The purchase of the fire engine is part of LA's commitment to the goals of its Green New Deal plan to have 80% zero-emission vehicles by the year 2035. The new electric fire engine has been assigned to Fire Station 82 in Hollywood. For more information on what's new at LAFD, visit lafd.org. Los Angeles City Controller Ron Galperin has just released a new electronic map of the free food resources available to Californians. The map details food banks, food pantries, emergency distribution centers, and other community resources. The map comes at a time when food prices have skyrocketed nationwide, leading to a surge in first-time visitors to local food banks. Be sure to contact any prospective free food sites for hours of operation and eligibility before visiting any listed location. To access this free food in California map, select the Data tab on the website lacontroller.org. The City Council recently voted to submit a multifaceted proposal to the U.S. Department of Energy requesting that Los Angeles be considered for a regional green hydrogen hub. Green hydrogen is renewable energy created by electrolysis of water. This technology would be used to power hard-to-electrify sites such as the Port of Los Angeles. Councilmember Nithya Raman amended the motion to include proof of potential air quality improvement and hydrogen leak prevention measures. The motion further targets concerns about the water-intensive process of green hydrogen by exploring the use of advanced treated water. To keep up to date on the work of LA City Council, visit lacity.org/government.
And empowering the youth of Los Angeles continues. Councilmember John Lee has once again partnered with the nonprofit group Change Reaction to invest in a handful of young LA leaders from Council District 12. Take a look.
We're fortunate enough to have a leadership program as part of my office. And every year we bring the best of my community from all the different high schools in our area. And we teach them about leadership skills and about being a part of the community and about giving back to the community. But this year we were very happy to launch a new program where we are actually having them submit for new ideas of nonprofits to be a part of the community, hear their ideas, and give them a little seed money to help them start their way.
Change Reaction is actually the first and largest direct giving platform ever developed here in Los Angeles, where we've gone out and empowered what we call the best of the community heroes, social workers, nurses, teachers, all to go out and use our funds to help people facing financial crises.
The thing that touched us the most and the thing that really spoke to us was the individual giving, how when you gave specifically to individual people and you saw their reaction, we knew that was what was going to make a difference in their lives.
I have this whole idea of, you gotta show up, you gotta do it, you gotta put in the work, and things will come to you. And today was just a prime example. Lee 12 is such a great program where he allows us to meet with other members of our community, like-minded individuals who are also youth. The things he offers us and the things we do and the outlets he gives us, we were actually all given $1,000 towards our cause. Such a great time talking to other people that we know and also receiving such a great opportunity at the same time.
It could be about community cleanups. It could be about helping senior citizens. What some of the programs that we heard about taking school supplies that pile up in people's homes to try to redistribute to them to kids who may not be able to afford them and to help them out. It's just it's an incredible program. I get to help them, but they're the ones inspiring me.
Summer is just about here, and the Department of Recreation and Parks is leading the charge to promote outdoor sports. The ribbon was cut in a brand new soccer park at the Glassell Recreation Center, and youngsters in the neighborhood are more than ready for some fun in the sun. Take a look.
We're gathered here today to open up our brand new synthetic soccer field. We're pretty excited. This has been in the works for well over 8 years now, so it's nice to finally see it come to fruition.
One of the things we learned during the pandemic is we need more places outdoors for people to go, and now we have this new field, which is fantastic. You see all the kids playing out here. With the synthetic grass, it's easier to maintain, and the wear and tear on the soccer fields up here is unbelievable. Kids were already chomping at the bit to use it. So it helps Rec and Parks to be able to do maintenance in a more efficient, quicker, and cost-efficient manner.
Youth play soccer daily at this park, and the natural was getting a lot of wear and tear, which caused a lot of out-of-service days for reseeding. We no longer have this program. So what a perfect time as we kick off our summer camp season and Play LA program. Registration is now open. You can visit laparks.org to learn more.
A mí beneficia a la comunidad. A los niños, pues antes aquí era tierra, piedra, botellas quebradas, y ahora pues ya ven, parque bonito donde pueden jugar, hay seguridad.
Council District 1, along with Cultiva LA, recently held the 2022 We Rise Resource Fair. The event, held at the Westlake Community Garden, served up free food, information and resources, and bags of groceries for community members in attendance. Check this out.
The Re-Rise 2022 event block party here at the Cultiva LA Garden in Westlake. There's a multitude of resources out here today, free tacos, free pizza, but most importantly, there's free produce being handed out to a multitude of families. Westlake is one of the dense communities in District 1, and we're proud to partner with Cultiva LA to continue supporting these efforts and providing fresh produce, fresh vegetables to all these folks in the community.
Cultiva LA is a nonprofit that grows food here at our Westlake Community Garden. We have a network of community farms throughout LA County. This is one of our smallest, but yet it has the most impact. At this particular site, we've been having food distribution, over 500 each week. We've also had vaccines for 3,500 people that have vaccinated here at this particular site. We have Professional Institute of Beauty. They've come with us for the second year now, and they're giving haircuts to all the little ones and also manicures to celebrate Dia de las Madres, so it's a special gift for our moms as well. We've been working with local leadership and making sure that we get all the right resources. Since the onbreak of the pandemic, for about a year and a half now, we've been using this site for food distribution.
On behalf of District 1, we just want to continue to let everyone know the importance of coming out to these events. These events are put together to provide additional resources, produce, and lots of important information along with the fun, music, dancing, free food, tacos and pizza. Who doesn't want that? So please come out, take advantage of these opportunities being provided, and invite your family, friends, and neighbors.
Los Angeles City sends congratulations to another dedicated employee for being selected for the 40 Under 40 Recognition Program, sponsored by the American Academy of Environmental Engineers and Scientists. Michelle Barton from LA Department of Sanitation and Environment spoke to Channel 35 about her earned professional recognition and her work on the city's biodiversity and healthy soils program.
As the environmental supervisor that oversees the city's biodiversity and healthy soils programs, I am really fortunate to be in a rather trailblazing position because LA is a true leader on both healthy soils and biodiversity work. While I was a grad student at Cal State Long Beach, I actually had the opportunity to start working part-time for LA Sanitation and Environment as a project assistant and fell in love with work as public servant, made some connections with mentors and others that were able to kind of help me figure out what I needed to do to establish a full-time career with the city. So it was a great introduction to city life and a city career, and I'm really grateful for that opportunity. A couple of weeks ago, I was notified that I was named one of the American Academy of Environmental Engineers and Scientists 40 Under 40 Rising Stars, and this was a true honor. This award is for individuals that are professionals in the field of environmental science or working as environmental engineers and doing something that's a bit trailblazing in the field while also giving back to their community. So as the lead for our Healthy Soils and Biodiversity program, I've been really proud to lead some groundbreaking work here in Los Angeles that hopefully other cities and municipalities in the region or across the state or across the country can look to and use as templates. So I'm really proud of this award and this nomination, and I'm grateful for the nomination from LA San.
In our feature story this week, we spotlight Captain Danny Wu from the Los Angeles Fire Department. Captain Wu reflects on his upbringing in SoCal and why being a firefighter is the best job in the world.
My parents are both from Taiwan, and they immigrated here. I was born in Pasadena, grew up in Monterey Park. During that time, there weren't that many Asians in the school, so it was a little bit different. I still remember when I was a kid, I actually got picked on. I still remember I felt really badly about it, but then another kid actually came in and stood up for me. And still to this day I remember that because it was kind of like my first experience with any kind of adversity growing up in America as a Chinese American. But good upbringing, great parents, went to high school, went to UCLA. After UCLA, I actually did textiles design for about a year, and that's when I realized I wanted to be a firefighter. And I had always heard that LA City Fire Department was aggressive in their fire attack, and that's what I wanted, something exciting. I actually enjoyed the paramilitary aspect of it, just having that order and just being as a team, so that's why I joined LA City. When I was a probationary member of the fire department, we have our 3 rookie houses we go through, and my second house, I remember I got my only excellent rating as a rookie because we went to a patient and I used actually Mandarin Chinese to speak to the patient. Little did I know at the time, and I've noticed over the course of my career that whenever I actually do go on a patient or an incident where there are Asians, whether it be Chinese, Korean, Japanese, any kind of Asian that looks like me, they definitely calm down a lot and they just feel a lot more comfortable. And that to me just shows how important it is to have a diverse department where the public can relate to us better, and actually maybe we can treat them better because they're more open to communicating with us. And that's really important with the type of work that we do. I personally think it's the best job in the world. Nowhere else are you going to be able to do the exciting things that we do, helping people at the same time, in addition to just the personal and professional development. There's just so much growth opportunity available. The public looks up to us as not only first responders, but role models. And I personally embrace that task because I really feel like not only as a firefighter, but as a Chinese American, when people out there see me doing a job that they may or may not be exposed to, that is possible for them.
You're invited to check out the 14th Annual African American Composer Series. This year, the signature event from the William Grant Still Art Center will be celebrating the work of 4 local composers. Quadraphonic is an online 4-part series that will feature 4 African American composers and their contributions to their respective fields. Each episode will feature a brief introduction to the genre, an immersive audio interview with the featured composer, followed by a DJ set of the featured artist's work. Participating curators include Chris Terry, Mark Maxwell, Dexter Story, and Miguel Atwood Ferguson. Don't miss the 14th Annual African American Composers Series, happening online June 4th beginning at 8 a.m. For more information, visit wgsac.wordpress.com. Make time Thursday, June the 2nd for DJing 101. World-renowned DJ and educator DJ Happa will land at Angeles Mesa Branch Library to give hands-on instruction on this musical art form. Participants will learn about a variety of DJ equipment and leave the workshop understanding the fundamental concepts of DJing. DJ Happa will cover basic music theory, song structure, hot cues, loops, live remixing, and more. So don't miss out on this hands-on event. DJ 101 with DJ Happa, Thursday, June the 2nd from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. For details, visit lapl.org/events. The Northridge Branch Players invite you to a virtual performance of the one-act Irish comedy Hyacinth Halvey by Lady Augusta Gregory. Hyacinth Halvey is about a new sanitary inspector who seeks to attain a dishonorable reputation in order to escape from giving a cultural speech at the village festival. However, his deceptive efforts only succeed in getting him praise and admiration. It's a turn-of-the-century comedy classic. Be sure to check out this virtual performance of Hyacinth Halvey, happening Friday, June the 3rd, beginning at 4 p.m. For more information, email Emily at earonson@lapl.org. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's it for this edition. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org, and we're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.